Well, good evening. My name is Mateo Dunne, and I'm a proud Democrat, husband, and father who's running to represent our community on the Fairfax County School Board. I'm an attorney and entrepreneur. I'm a PTA dad, a soccer coach, and a Sunday school teacher. And I'm a longtime resident, 20 years, a community leader, and a champion for public education. I'm proud to have the support of current and former members of the school board, including Chris Amundson and Karen Corbett-Sanders. I'm also proud to be endorsed by the people who have served as supervisors, including Jerry Highland and Dan Stork. I'm also proud to have the support of folks who represent this community on the state level, including Senator Scott Survell and Delegate Mark Sickles. I'm also proud to have the support of Fairfax County elected officials and to be the only candidate for school board for this district who has the support of Fairfax County elected officials, including Sharon Bulova and Jeff McKay. I'm proud to be endorsed by the Fairfax County Democratic Party, by the Fairfax Education Association, the Teachers Union. I'm the only teacher endorsed candidate for school board, and of course, CASA in Action. My wife and I moved here 20 years ago because we wanted our children to attend the best public schools. Now, we could have lived anywhere, but when we moved to the DC area, when I got a job with a law firm in DC, I said, Fairfax County is the place to be. I've heard my whole life that has the best public schools, and so that's where we're gonna be. And we moved to the Mount Vernon district because this is the best district of any part of Fairfax County, the most historic, the greatest place to live. And so I'm very proud to be living here for 20 years. All three of my children went to Fairfax County Public Schools from kindergarten through 12th grade, Fort Hunt Elementary, Carl Sandburg Middle School, and West Potomac High School. I'm a military family. Two of my three children have gone into the military, and my youngest is going to graduate this year and is contemplating a career in the Air Force. 10 years ago, the excellence of our public schools was threatened because then Superintendent Karen Garza proposed to eliminate high school sports, performing arts, and language immersion in order to close a $100 million budget deficit. Now just imagine high school without high school football, without marching band, without baseball, without theater productions. That was the future that was contemplated by a short-sighted superintendent, and that's the point where I said, I moved here for the schools, I'm gonna fight for these schools, I'm gonna fight for our community to save these essential programs that are so critical to student success inside and outside the classroom. So I organized an unprecedented coalition of advocacy groups, teachers unions, and PTAs. Together, we generated thousands of letters and emails. I personally organized a 500-person rally at the Fairfax County Government Center, and I organized dozens of speakers at public hearings before the Board of Supervisors and the school board. And the result was that the Board of Supervisors decided to allocate an additional $88 million to save these essential programs for current and future students. Since then, I've continued to be very active and advocating to strengthen our public schools. I served as the Vice President of Advocacy for the Fairfax County Council PTA, representing 170 PTAs and 40,000 members at the state and local levels to get increased funding and resources for our students. I also led the renovation. I helped to guide the renovation of West Potomac High School to enhance campus security and eliminate 18 trailers. I also led multiple school bond campaigns that fund the renovation of our public schools to make sure that we reduce the renovation time lag and make sure that our students have modern classrooms in which to learn. Now, this is a very important election, and I want to emphasize that because the future of public education is at risk. We have on one side the Republicans who are looking to fund charter schools and school vouchers, which would take public money and give it to citizens for private education. That would lead to a spiral of destruction. We've seen it in state after state, community after community. We have the Republicans who are seeking to ban books, which I oppose because I don't think we should infringe parents' and students' freedom of expression. I also think that we ought to be looking at how we can really focus on the real issues. We need to address the learning loss. We need to reduce the achievement gap. We need to make sure that we're strengthening advanced academics. We need to make sure we're protecting special education and reforming it so that every child who has special needs, whether disabilities or learning issues, can get the help they need. We also need to make sure that we're updating our infrastructure so that we are making sure our infrastructure will protect our students from random gun violence, as well as strengthening mental health support services for both students and staff, because there's an unprecedented mental health crisis, not just among students, but also among staff. Luckily, the state recently lifted its cap on support services, so we can now put in place the psychologists, the social workers, the counselors we need. I have the experience, the expertise, and the vision to renew the promise of public education, and my top priority is academic excellence, to make sure every child, regardless of background, gets a world-class education. So I ask for your support. Early voting is starting. Please get out there and make sure your voice is heard. Thank you.
All right.